do I have any songs going on come up? Riffs, melodies, progressions, you know, and then a lot of times stuff will come. A lot of times stuff doesn't come. And then I'll think, well, what's caught my ear in the last few days? You know, and one day I was just like fucking on Instagram, and then all of a sudden I saw this guy go. And I was like, I love that. I got to play it. I got to learn it. And so I learned it, you know? And then later on, like, you know, a couple days later, I'll be sitting there and like I'll hear a song on the radio and go, wow, that sounds like it might be a really fun thing to play on guitar. And then I'll go and learn it, you know? And then I'll discover there's fingerings in there that I'm not accustomed to. Okay, good example.
Oh my God. Genesis.
Great guitar song.
Great guitar song.
And I love...
I was thinking about that song the other day, about what a great guitar song it is, and nobody talks about that song as a guitar song. It's an amazing guitar song.
It's a great... And I look for stuff like that.
Yes.
I look for things that are interesting and great and different for me to play, you know? And, you know, that you know, the Jackson 5 thing and this... They're interesting for me to play, and they put my hands in positions that I'm not accustomed to. And so, yeah, I'm like, yeah, man, I love this type of stuff. And so I'm always looking for that. I'm always looking for different grips, you know? Stuff like that. I live for that. And then I get obsessed, and I'm always trying to play it. And jazz chords, for me, are the best way for me to practice, because it strengthens my hands in ways that you know, not accustomed to, and
right.
and it really helps my lead playing jazz chords. So I'm constantly looking for difficult shapes, chords that I don't know, and I love open string chords too. You know, So, like, you know, I'm always playing that kind of stuff. I love those type of chords that ring out with open strings. So I'm always trying to find positions like that. And then I'm still obsessed with people like Jeff Beck, you know, Hendrix. I'm so, Michael Shaker. I'm still learning that stuff because I love it. You know, it's like, what's that fucking Hendrix song?
I'd like to take a second to talk to you about this channel. This is actually Rick Beato 2. I've had it since the beginning of my main channel, and many of you are not subscribed. As a matter of fact, 87% of the people that watch this channel regularly are not subscribed. So I encourage you to hit the subscribe button on this channel and on my main channel. This will help me get even more of my dream guests and help continue to grow both channels. Thank you.
Before we started today, you hipped me to something. Jimi Hendrix's guitar string gauges.
Yeah, yeah.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, that was a really...
Hold on, I'm going to look it up here. So who told you about this? Bob Rock, right?
Yeah.
And I had to write this down. And okay, so from the high E, 10, 13, 15, 26, 32, 38. That is one weird hybrid set.
Especially a 15 as a G string. You
right.
know? And the G string never friggin' stays in tune anyway, and that's a really light G string. Right. And, you know, Jimmy, you know, I mean, granted, he was out of tune a lot of the times, but he did a good job at still playing through that. But it's amazing because when you string up a Strat, especially a maple-capped Strat with that gauge, it's a large part of his sound. And I love that aspect about guitar playing because there's all these things that you can just discover.
Sure.
You know, and then it opens up a whole nother sort of like realm of thinking. You know, when I found that out, I was thinking, what? How does that G string even like able to exist so low? But then it got me thinking, I wonder what it would be like if I started messing with my string gauges and how string gauges would be affected by different tunings, you know?
Sure.
It's important for me to when I hear something like that, to like just like think it out.
Sure.
Because it's number one, it's inspiring, and number two, it might lead me to do something that I've never done before. And that's another thing is I'm constantly looking for just like things I've never done before. And granted, you know, my band is not a good outlet for a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. You know,
Which is why you're going to be working on it. Why you're working on new.
Well, it's just I'm always working on music, and I'm going to start putting out a lot of my own stuff because I have a lot of it, you know. And Metallica just has more time nowadays. We tour less, and I love being on the road. I love recording. I love playing guitar. I don't ever want to stop working, and you know, because we tour less, we work less. But I don't accept that. I'm just going to keep on working.
You play just as much as you ever did.
Exactly, you know. And last year I put out my first solo album, Portals. You know,
Yep.
and for me that was a huge accomplishment because it was music that I'd been sitting on for a while, and I knew I had to break the ice, and so that was how I broke the ice. And now, you know, I have plans to just start putting out music, and if people are thinking it's going to be Metallica music, it's not going to be Metallica music. There might be Metallica flavors because Metallica is part of who I am.
Sure,
you know,
of course.
A quarter of me is Metallica. You know, so even though you know I don't know you know what the finished product is going to be like, there will be moments where it might be Metallica-ish, but my whole goal is just completely just do something different. And I like doing different things. And I like showing to other people that, you know, I'm into other types of music. I appreciate most music out there. And I have a lot of ideas that I think they're just like, you know, I want people to hear.
Well, Kirk, I really appreciate you spending the time with me today.
Thanks.
This has been amazing. It's been
Thanks.
so great to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Likewise.
And don't drop Greenie.
I'm not going to. God.
Awesome.
Jeez.
Thanks, Kirk.
Thank you, man.
All right.